Welcome to the Sales Enablement Training for the FortiGate High-End Enterprise Firewall. Now that you have completed the FortiGate High-End product overview, you can examine specific sales strategies and other FortiGate High-End sales enablement topics. Here are some successful qualifiers to get the conversation going with your customers. Depending on the answer, you can continue to drill down to gauge the opportunity and size. Are you concerned about the security of your networking infrastructure across hybrid IT architecture? Surveys show that over 60% of security managers are worried about a data center breach. Chances are the customer you are talking with is also concerned because they are dealing with an increased attack surface resulting from hybrid IT architectures. Implementing consistent security and protection across hybrid IT architectures is a great conversation starter, which will help you to determine the problem areas that the customer needs to solve. You can also discuss their recent incidents or breaches involving industry peers, discuss future threat and compliance concerns, and any new project rollouts or deployments that are IT dependent, which usually require some type of a security requirement. Are you satisfied with the performance of the security solution you have in place today? Many firewall solutions fall short of addressing data center performance requirements, whether lacking firewall throughput or a high density of 25G, 40G, and 100GE interfaces, or other accompanying requirements, such as session scale, low latency, and capacity. This is where Fortinet compact and modular platforms outperform competitors. The Fortinet High-End Next Generation Firewall, NGFW, delivers advanced security capabilities with the lowest performance degradation, which has been validated by independent third-party entities such as NSS Labs. Is your NGFW protecting your internal networks from malware and botnets that may be inside your network? Start the conversation with flat networks. Flat networks imply that the network may be segmented using VLANs or VXLANs. However, we know that VLAN does not perform content inspection. As the conversation progresses, your customer might mention that they have VLAN to VLAN traffic go through a firewall, and therefore they have security. That is true. The next logical question is twofold. Do they see a need to do content inspection between two endpoints that are in the same VLAN? If not, how would they prevent malware from propagating and gaining access to sensitive assets and data, such as their point-of-sale POS systems, intellectual property, and so on? Are you inspecting encrypted SSL traffic for malware? Find out if the customer is using SSL inspection. If not, are they concerned that their firewall performance might significantly degrade? Does the customer need to comply with a regulation, such as Children's Internet Protection, CIPA, as is the case for K-12 school districts? Customers may also be concerned about managing certificates or breaking applications when they turn on SSL inspection. Fortinet is the first next-generation firewall vendor to introduce TLS 1.3. The NGFW does not force the endpoint to degrade to TLS 1.2 when the TLS 1.3 connection negotiation fails. Fortinet not only decrypts the SSL traffic, it also performs deep IPS to detect and remediate malware that gets distributed via encrypted flows. Who should you connect with? The main influencer is typically the economic buyer. They most likely have the right size budget and should be your most strategic partner who can vouch for you and your products, services, and solutions. Deals that involve the purchase of FortiGate high-end solutions are at least 6- to 7-figure deals and often involve long lead times. Our strongest competitor is Palo Alto Networks. They are very good when it comes to delivering the right message to the right person, and thereby influencing customers to make long-term security investments for better business outcomes. Customer engagement is a journey. After you read the discovery guide and prepare your questions, you are ready to set up a discovery meeting with the customer. This is your first step. Based on what you learn in the meeting, you can identify the appropriate use case and propose it to the customer. Depending on the customer's needs and the situation, You can also present architecture slides and engage in deeper technical discussions. As things progress, you should engage with subject matter experts, such as your product marketing manager, solution architect, product manager, and sales engineer, to help you navigate larger opportunities, create proof of concepts, POC, and roadmaps. To understand how Fortinet compares with its competitors, you can review these 5 categories. In the first category, the FortiGate Next Generation Firewall offers the best price and performance in the industry for threat protection, application firewall, next generation firewall, intrusion prevention system, and SSL performance. This assessment is consistently supported by NSS Labs across all of the group tests and across various categories. Our competitors cannot claim the same ranking. For example, Gartner mentions Palo Alto Networks pricing in their caution category. In the second category, which pertains to visibility into network segments and flows, such as inspecting encrypted flows, Fortinet ranks on top with TLS 1.3 support. This is a strong differentiator. If you look at the latest 2019 group test report for next-generation firewalls, you will notice that Palo Alto Networks failed to decrypt 2 emerging ciphers and support X25519 elliptical curve specification. In the case of Check Point, they failed to decrypt 10 out of the 24 tested ciphers. They also failed to support X25519 elliptical curve specification. The third category is the ability to adapt to any segmentation. Fortinet is the best in the industry. The fourth category is third-party verification of security. Take intrusion prevention systems, IPS, as an example. Cisco and Check Point do not participate in DSIPs. Palo Alto Networks had device stability issues during the 2019 Next Generation Intrusion Prevention System, NGIPS, tests, as evident by the 2019 NSS Labs NGIPS Group Test SVM results. The fifth category, and last, is single pane of glass management, which Fortinet continued to improve using the Security Fabric approach. Here is an at-a-glance view of the FortiGuard bundles for Fortinet High-End NGFW. We combined antivirus and FortiSandbox Cloud into one FortiGuard subscription service, which is now available in all 3 bundles. The service includes antivirus, botnet IP services, mobile security, FortiSandbox Cloud, virus outbreak protection service, and content disarm and reconstruction. This robust service protects network environments from known and unknown threats. FortiGuard services and bundles cover the realm of protection required to effectively address the complex and evolving threat landscape. The Advanced Threat Protection Bundle provides IPS service, application control, and FortiCare. The Unified Threat Protection Bundle provides web filtering and anti-spam, which addresses the 2 critical platforms, email and web, on which malware is distributed. The Enterprise Protection Bundle provides 3 critical services that are required to provide comprehensive protection from endpoint to the cloud: Cloud Access Security Broker, CASB, Security Rating, and Industrial Security. Positioning ATP. The Advanced Threat Protection Bundle provides the foundational security technologies needed to protect and defend against known and unknown cyber threats. Position UTM. The Unified Threat Protection Bundle extends threat protection across the entire digital attack surface, providing industry-leading defense against sophisticated attacks. The UTM bundle has you covered for web and email-based attacks. Positioning ENT. The Enterprise Protection Bundle consolidates the comprehensive protection needed to defend against all cyber attack channels, from the endpoint to the cloud. It includes the technologies that are required to address today's challenging operational technology, OT, risk, compliance, and management concerns. Positioning 360 protection. For customers who plan to implement SD-WAN, Fortinet highly recommends the 360 protection bundles. It offers comprehensive security, advanced support, and a full suite of cloud-based operational capabilities, which includes centralized management, visibility, and SD-WAN monitoring and orchestration. Here are the key takeaways. Fortinet natively integrates best-of-class security with advanced networking and supports networking technologies such as VLAN, VXLAN, BGP, and so on. Fortinet received 6 consecutive NSS Labs NGFW recommendation ratings, the highest security effectiveness of 99.86%, and one of the industry's best security TCOs. On the Gartner Network Firewall Peer Insights, FortiGate NGFW has maintained one of the highest ratings over a very large set of customer and partner reviews. Fortinet High-End NGFW offers flexible deployments across large campuses, hybrid data centers, and telco point of presence, POP. Fortinet NGFW provides consistent security and protection across hybrid IT architectures. Customers and partners can review vendor products using Gartner Peer Insights with anonymized customer names. However, you can glean the customer's industry and their company size. Reviewing the Peer Insight table, Fortinet shows 1,441 reviews as of September 19, 2019, with a score of 4.5 out of 5. Note that Palo Alto and Cisco show reviews by products, while the Fortinet reviews are grouped together. Achieving a rating of 4.5 out of 5 is great for any vendor. Fortinet and Palo Alto both achieved this rating. Achieving 4.5 out of 5 is also very difficult to maintain over such a huge number of reviews. That is the key takeaway. Fortinet maintains a very high score over a sample size that is 3 times more than Palo Alto, which is a top competitor. Last but not least, here are some competitive quotes that you can share with your potential customers. Gartner Peer Insights is a rich repository of information, wherein you can find these valuable quotes and much more. Here is the Security Value Map, SVM, which contains test data on next-generation firewalls, conducted by NSS Labs in 2019. Read the map from left to right, on the horizontal axis, to understand which products have better value, also known as total cost of ownership, TCO. Notice that products' value increases from left to right. Read the map from the bottom to the top to understand which products provide the most effective security. Notice that the highest ratings for the most effective security appear at the top. The caution region is where both the total cost of ownership and security effectiveness intersects. All vendors aspire to be in the top right corner of the map, where products receive both high TCO and most effective security ratings. The colored dots also have meaning. The green dot indicates that a vendor blocked all evasions, and a blue dot indicates that the vendor missed some evasions. The group tests were performed using FortiGate 500E, and the results are summarized as follows. Fortinet received the 6th consecutive recommendation rating from NSS Labs. Highest security effectiveness of 99.86%, blocked 100% of all live exploits, representing active attack campaigns on the Internet. High SSL inspection performance, 5.82 gigabits per second, with HTTP traffic required for growing 75% of total encrypted traffic. Least SSL performance degradation, 8%, compared to other participating vendors averaging 75%. Passed all functionality tests for 26 different ciphers and emergent ciphers. One of the best for TCO and unparalleled protection against evasive threats. For example, $2 per protected megabits per second. While these are excellent results, you may notice the blue dot that is circled in gray. Fortinet missed a few evasions during initial testing. However, Fortinet addressed this issue with a subsequent 6.0.5 release and made the fix immediately available to customers. In response, NSS Labs tested and published an updated report. Fortinet outperformed the initial security effectiveness test with a revised rating of 99.86%, as reflected by the green circle on the map. You should now be able to identify the business drivers and security challenges that customers currently face. Describe the FortiGate high-end firewall key features. Identify the sales strategies for and competitive advantages of FortiGate high-end firewalls. Congratulations! You've completed both sections of the nse3 FortiGate high-end firewall module. After you've studied this lesson, don't forget to take its quiz. To earn your NSE certification, you must pass the quiz for each lesson. Thank you for your time.